Hey, what's happening, YouTube? Sorry it's been so long since I put out a video. Been really busy, kind of been doing a lot of farm work and stuff, so kind of been putting it off. And got done cleaning the filter tonight and decided, what the heck, I'm sitting here watching my fish, and I could be taking a video and letting you guys see them too. So here it is, kind of little impromptu deal. Um, Everything's doing great. I've taken a few fish out, added one, I think one is all. Anyway, I removed the Rio Hondo Carpintus, the smaller of the Bacordi, and the two Vieja, or Pernitropolis, I guess, Synspilium. They are all in a 240-gallon tank. I needed to move that Carpintus because he was just trying to pair off with every fish in the tank, and it was kind of being a pain in the butt. So moved him, and then he immediately went to sulking and was a really boring fish taking up a lot of space. So moved the rest of those two and put them all in that 240, and they've been doing really well. So anyway, the other Bacordi you can see is just exploded. It's in the, I'm gonna guess, 12 to 13 inch range now. 11 to 13 inch. It's really hard to judge size of fish in these big systems. I'm always, every time I pull a fish out, I can't believe how much bigger it is than what I thought. But done really well. It's almost as big as my two Persei, which are in the 14 to 15 inch range. They haven't grown a lot lengthwise, but they have really been filling out and bulking up quite a bit. So really fun fish. My biggest Rio Mag has been spawning like clockwork with the Panama Loisels, both of them. It has now spawned with both of them. The one I thought was a male, and I was wrong. Every 10 days, 2 weeks, there's another batch of Umbi Loisel crosses in here, so it's the dangest thing. Anyway, I'm probably going to take the Loisels out. Really like him to be putting his energy towards growth and not spawning, especially when it's not even with his own kind. So next time I decide it's time to climb into the tank, I will probably be removing them, putting them somewhere else. Honduran Jack's doing really well. Also about in that 11 inch range. Good share of my fish are right around that size right now. This Barred Midas, or this stud. It's absolutely gorgeous. You don't see Barred Midas like this very often, especially at this age. I've not had this fish more than, I don't know, maybe 14 months. He's now 10, 11 inches. Really love the color. Anywhere from purple to gray to charcoal to tan. Most of the time it's this color though. It's very subtle purple. Very, very beautiful. Really like that fish. Let's see what else. The slicks are doing well. They're actually, the male's over here. This is the first time they've not been bickering with each other and trying to spawn. He's coming now. Anyway, they're about ready to spawn. Again, they also spawn quite regularly. They never are able to get beyond the egg stage, but that's fine. They're very fun to watch. Go through the spawning process and watch bicker with each other. They never do any damage. They just kind of push each other around a little bit, and it just makes a lot of activity, and it's really fun to watch. With them and I got them and the peacock bass at the same time. The peacock bass were actually larger than the snooks. Well, no, that's not true. I guess the snooks were a little bigger than the peacock bass. Anyway, but the snooks have definitely grown faster than the peacock bass have. And I prefer them. I think they're better looking, they're just as aggressive eaters, and when they're not eating, they are a lot more active. So, anybody that's looking for peacock bass but isn't just stuck on the look, give the snooks a try. Let's see, what else is going on in here? The Lima shovel noses are doing good. They're also right around that 10-inch range. You can tell that they're a fish that enjoy being in the groups. They're always, all three of them, right next to each other, and about mid-water. They stay about 2 feet off the bottom all the time, so kind of nice. They're not hiding in the shadows where you can't even see them like most catfish are. So really enjoyed those guys. What else is going on that I can show you? I'm trying to get you guys something to focus on and talk about. Every time I think of a fish I haven't mentioned that's hiding behind the sides of the tank where you can't see. So the Labiatus, I'm down to the one. I can't remember if I had taken out the other 3 out the last time I took the video or not, but I'm down to the one. Amphilophus labiatus. He's been a little sulky lately. The last couple days he's not been himself. He's usually one of the fish that's up front and begging for food, and I guess it's partially because I've maybe just fed him and he's tanked himself up, but his color isn't quite as rich as it usually is, and his nipple hump's gone down, so don't know what's gone on there. Don't know if someone's knocked in a bar down on the totem pole or what, but anyway, not quite himself. Him and the Bacordi have been kind of squabbling quite a bit lately, and the Bacordi is so much bigger that maybe he just finally realized that he's been put in his place and he's sulking about it. I don't know. The Bacordi's actually become quite assertive. They're supposed to be a pretty peaceful fish, and he's pretty pushy. He doesn't do any damage, of course, but he thinks he's pretty tough stuff. Awesome looking fish. Lots of really cool colors there. Wish I had a camera that would give it justice. Another really fun species that a lot of people often overlook because they think, it's one of those plant-eating cichlids. Those aren't fun. I need a fish that eats other fish in the wild. Those are the ones that you want, but get over it, guys. These other fish they're worth a try. They're every bit as personable. They grow faster. They're really everything that most people look for in cichlids. Their color's great. Pretty tough to beat. This guy, he's awesome. The freckling on him. Definitely a keeper. I've got quite a few really nice zombies in here. Hooked my buddy John up with some. He got one male from me that was in here that I experimented a little with in an outdoor setup, and it worked pretty decent, but the weather kind of changed and the temperature was starting to get a little too low at night, so, or was going to, and I could tell that it was, so pulled him back out, and I didn't want to introduce just one sole zombie into this tank just to get beat on, so I put it in a tank upstairs and kept it for a while, and John was kind of looking for some new fish, and anyway, so he went over that way. And then he also just got some from our other buddy that's in the area, so excited to see what he does with them, see how they turn out. check out his videos over at Sanders Cichlids. He's got another one of these big concrete tanks, and got some pretty neat fish, so check him out. I was really hoping the Arowana, he's over there. He's done quite well. He's probably 14 inches or so now. He's got a pretty full belly tonight, so he's kind of up there in the shadows, digesting, where he's not getting bothered. Oh, and then I forgot, the fish that I added was my old Gorillas blue female. Her and her male had a dispute, and anyway, long story short, she ended up needing a place to go, so she came back home. This is one of the very first ones that Umby King released. And she's probably about 11.5 inches. She was 11 inches on the dot when I got her, so somewhere right around there. Really nice fish. I was hoping that when I added her that my Rio Mag would maybe take interest in an Umby for once instead of a Parachromis, but he thinks he's a Loisaw right now, so I gotta do something about that. Let's see, what else is going on? I don't know, I might have kind of killed it for you guys. Also, I do want to apologize. I know the last time I took a video, I promised that I was going to make a feeding video with tilapia, and I took that video and went to watch it before I uploaded it, and the glare was so terrible. I took it during the day when the sun was out, and there was just enough sun coming in through the windows that was hitting the viewing window that I didn't realize that it was pretty pointless. There was no reason to upload it. So next time I feed him some tilapia and think about it, I'll do that for you. I promise it'll come. It's not really a whole lot different, and maybe not as exciting as feeding the pellets. These guys, they hammer the pellets pretty hard. But some people kind of like watching other people's fish eat and see. Then they can kind of compare to how their fish attack stuff as well. So I'll get that up at some point. Anyway, that's about it. Everything's done really well. The tank's doing good. I've still not had any leaks or anything with it, so been really happy with it. I'm getting pretty close to the 1 year mark now. I think I set this thing up in September, so August or September, so getting really close to that 1 year mark. This one Umby down here looks really awesome. That is a female. I thought for the longest time that was a male, just awesome freckling and tons of blue, but just started to get some dark trim in its fins, and it just became pretty apparent that that was a female. Anyway, I've got a male up in a tank upstairs from Cichlids of the Americas that I'm going to end up pairing her with. I'll probably pull her out. I don't know. I'll probably wait. I'd like him to get to the 10-12 inch range before I try and pair him with anything. So it'll be a while yet. Right, kind of back up here. Like I said, I didn't really plan on doing a video tonight, otherwise I wouldn't have fed them already. I'd already fed everything tonight, so everything's kind of settling in and digesting. So not quite as active as they usually are. But like I said, it had been so long since I got a video out for you guys that I figured I'd just bust one out for you. Right, I'll cut that off here. I'll try and be a little more consistent with my videos now, and cross your fingers. Anyway, Thanks for watching, and happy fish keeping.